Hello there guys, and welcome to another Forza Horizon 5 video on my channel. It is now the winter/dry season of the Series 13 Horizon 10-year anniversary festival playlist series in Forza Horizon 5, and in this video I'm going to be taking you through the entire winter season. I'll be giving you lots of tips, tricks and tunes so that you can easily complete this week's challenges, including Forzathon events, seasonal events, the challenges, the monthly events and the Hot Wheels events, and there are a total of 68 points up for grabs in this season, and I'll be going through each of these challenges as I've just said and helping you to complete them so that you can get your seasonal and series rewards unlocked. Firstly then, let's have a quick look at the seasonal rewards. So first of all, we have for 20 points the Eagle Speedster. This is returning from Horizon 4, meaning that it is in non-auto show and is exclusive to the festival playlist, Forzathon shop and auction house. This is actually one of my favourite drift cars in Forza Horizon 4, so maybe I'll be able to make it quite OP as again in Horizon 5 as well. And then for 40 points we have the Hot Wheels Ford Mustang, going along with the theme of Horizon 3, which is the theme of this week, which of course had the first edition of the Hot Wheels expansion. That is for 40 points and again is an exclusive, meaning it cannot be bought in the auto show. Never mind, it is not an exclusive because it says hard to find. Maybe I need to learn to read. So they are their two seasonal rewards, and you'll be able to unlock these as we work through this video. So if you want to follow this guide in chronological order or do it in any order, we'll be going through from left to right, completing all of the challenges in this week's festival playlist. And of course we have the series rewards for the Horizon 10-year anniversary festival playlist. For 80 points we have the Wuling Sunshine, hard to find exclusive vehicle, and for 160 points we have the McLaren 650S Spider, which again is another exclusive, hard to find. The convertible version, meaning that you can use the convertible feature to take your roof down and enjoy the sun. However, it's currently winter, so I wouldn't really recommend doing that in the winter. Finally, before we get started then, I'll just give you a quick overview of what you'll be seeing in this video. Although you might think it's quite long, I do go into quite a lot of detail, giving you tunes and some detailed advice on what you need to do for each challenge. So we'll be working through it in sections, so there are, for me, 5 sections in this week's festival playlist. So first of all, we have the Forzathon events here, then we have the seasonal events, then we have challenges, then the monthly events, and finally over here on the right we have the Hot Wheels event. So we'll be working through left to right and we'll be highlighting every single challenge and we're going through them individually in this week's festival playlist. And even though I said finally about 30 seconds ago, we do actually have one more thing to cover before we get started, and that is the weekly Horizon anniversary festival popping up. So of course this week is the Horizon 3 Australia Festival. We've got a lovely picture of the Horizon 3 beach here, and I'll show you exactly where the Horizon 3 Festival is. So it's in the Dunas Blancas area. You'll see the mountain in the background there, so it's just below the Baja, as you can see, and there is actually a speed trap around about here. So if you haven't got your map filtered like me, you'll be able to see a speed trap here. It is quite easy to locate because it's right on the corner of kind of a junction here, and you'll see it as you come along because it's in a very open area. Very cool. And of course we have the lovely Lamborghini Centenario. Excuse the Forza wing, but please do take a good look at Dobra's really amazing 10-year anniversary livery. He also has done these for every single cover car across all of the 5 Horizon games. So if you want to check him out, I'll leave his game tag in the description. Very talented and definitely worth a visit. Moving back to the festival playlist, let's start off with the first section, the Forzathon events section. This contains the weekly Forzathon challenge, daily Forzathon challenges, and of course the Horizon Forzathon shop, where you can spend all of your Forzathon points earned in these events, and of course also in the Horizon arcade. This week's Forzathon weekly challenge is called Welcome to Australia and will get you 5 points towards the festival playlist and 80 Forzathon points, or double Forzathon points, that's 160 if you own the La Casa Soliguera house. If you do not know, this house comes free with VIP, and it is a very worthwhile house because it gets you double Forzathon points in any Forzathon related event, including Horizon Arcade. Chapter 1 then is called Anniversary Reception and wants you to own and drive the 2016 Lamborghini Centenario LP770-4. This car can be purchased in the auto show for 2.3 million credits. However, it's also available from the Warren Delivery Collectibles, which as usual I accidentally completed. I was supposed to be on 8 out of 10, but instead it double counted twice and therefore I got 10 out of 10 from 6. So I went, it should have gone 6, 7, 8, but instead it went 6, 8, 10. Very, very good Forza maths then. You must have some great Forza mathematicians working at Playground Games. So that is how you can obtain the Lamborghini Centenario. Once you've grabbed your Lamborghini Centenario, it isn't essential, however I might recommend putting a tune on your Lamborghini Centenario to make it a wee bit faster. I've got an S1 class tune shared with full slick tyres, the Forza rear wing as you saw about a minute ago. It is quite of a grip build, it's got using this stock 759 horsepower, so it isn't exactly too quick on the straights, but it still goes well above 200 miles an hour on the highway. Very, very well balanced tune if you want to tune yours. Otherwise, then of course feel free, and it is not essential, as I said, to tune it. However, it just sometimes makes it a bit more fun and interesting. Chapter 2 then is called You're the Boss and wants you to earn 6 stars at danger signs in your Lamborghini Centenario. For this you simply just need to head over to your map, filter to danger signs and then pick your favourite danger signs. That didn't really make sense. What I was implying was either pick your favourite danger sign or pick multiple favourite danger signs, and just go ahead and earn 6 stars in total, whether that be 3 times 2, 2 times 3, 1 times 6 or any other combination. As long as you get a total of 6 stars, that is all is required for this challenge, but of course make sure that you are doing it in the Lamborghini Centenario. You may also want to use some of the evolving world danger signs if you haven't already got some of the star objectives on those. Once you've got your 6 stars on danger signs, you'll be able to move on to Chapter 3, Home Street Home. This wants you to win a street race in your Lamborghini Centenario. Same thing applies, filter your map to street races and then head over to your favourite, or in my case any, because I don't really like street racing, street race, and then win it. Make sure that you do win it, and if you want to make it easy for yourself, you can lower the difficulty all the way down to tourist or somewhere around there so that the AI aren't going to cheat and be really fast. Or if you want to make it a bit challenging, you can up the difficulty all the way up to unbeatable if you're wanting to challenge yourself. Again, make sure you are in your Lamborghini Centenario, and it'd be very beneficial if you had a race tune like mine, so that you'll be able to go around corners and actually race like a proper race car. The final chapter of the Welcome to Australia Weekly Forzathon Challenge is called Land Down Under and wants you to simply beep your horn. Very, very simple and very easy to do. All you need to do is back out into free roam as so, and then just beep your horn. I've got the Europe cover car horn on mine. I did have the Colorado cover car horn, but then I changed it to the Europe cover car horn. And this week I'll be changing it to the Australia cover car horn, where you'll be able to hear the lovely Centenario. Once you've completed all of them very simple chapters, you'll have completed the Welcome to Australia Weekly Forzathon Challenge and will have got yourself 5 points towards the festival playlist and 80 or 160 Forzathon points towards your Forzathon shop. Next up, we have the daily #Forzathon challenges. There are 7 of these and they pop up once every day, so you'll see one pop up every day at 3:30 p.m. BST. However, do remember that the clocks do go back on Sunday the 30th of October, so halfway through the week you'll notice that it'll be 2:30 p.m. GMT rather than 3:30 p.m. BST, because we'll be reverting back to GMT rather than British summertime. Not to confuse you there, but Forza likes to make it confusing, so I just thought I'd clarify that. If you are having any issues with these, if you think they're bugged, you don't understand what they mean, or for whatever reason it isn't completing, or you can't complete it, then let me know in the comments. I'll be more than happy to help you out. Just give me a brief overview of what the challenge involves, either by what it's called or what the objective is, and I'll be happily help you out there in the comments section. The first one is simply to visit the Horizon 3 Festival site. I've already shown you where that is, so that's your first one ticked off, but if you're having any issues with any of them as they pop up throughout the week, then like I said, just let me know in the comments section. Now we come to the Horizon Forzathon shop, where we have some nice juicy deals, or lack of. So first of all, we have the Koenigsegg 1-1 from 2015. This is for 700 Forzathon points. I do believe that this car is available in the auto show, but it is a couple of million credits, so you might want to consider grabbing yourself this if you've got some spare Forzathon points. As you can see at the bottom left of your screen there, I have over 8,000 Forzathon points. So, you know, yeah, but I don't really spend them, is the thing of that. Then we also have the Nissan pickup number 23 Rally Raid here for 350 Forzathon points. A very, very cool car, actually. However, they have actually chopped the back end of it off there in that picture, which is a bit cruel. Yeah, I haven't actually got around to tuning that yet. However, I did intend to do so at the start of the game. That was nearly a year ago and I still haven't tuned it, so I think you can see where that's going. Then we have the What's Inside a Moat for 75 Forzathon points. We have the Horizon Australia T for 75 Forzathon points. And finally the Fred V Graphics car horn for again 75 Forzathon points. That car horn sounds like this. Quite a long one there, but it is a very nice tune, so thank you to Fred V Garrix for that one. That is the first section of this week's festival playlist ticked off already, and now we can move on to the second section, which is the seasonal events containing Horizon Arcade, the Trial, Danger Signs, and the seasonal championships, along with the Horizon Tour Championship. Let's start off then with the Horizon Arcade minigames. They simply want you to complete any Horizon Arcade theme, and you do for this have to complete all 3 rounds. So what you're looking out for is on your map. If you filter to multiplayer events, you'll see that every 15 minutes one of these, 2 of these pink circles pop up on your map. So I've got Drift, and then somewhere, where's the other one? Where is the other one? Oh, it's all the way over here. We have Air. So they can be Drift, Air, they can be Wreckage, they can be whatever the other ones are, I don't really know, skills and stuff like that. So you just need to complete 3 rounds of any of these Horizon Arcade events. Like I said, they pop up through every 15 minutes, and you have 10 minutes to get to them before they start. And then after that you have 3 minutes before entry closes. As you can see, that's counting down there. It doesn't matter if you're the only one that completes it, because the objectives will be lower depending on how many people there are. So the less people, the lower the objectives are, and of course vice versa. So it's very, very easy to complete. Obviously make sure that you've got a car suitable for it. So if you're turning up for a Drift in a Jeep Trail car, you're not really going to do very well. But equally, if you're turning up for Air in a drift car, you're also not going to do very well. So you kind of get the gist. You just need to complete all 3 rounds, and you'll also get yourself 30 or 60 Forzathon points to spend in the Horizon Forzathon shop, as well as your 3 points. Next up, in the seasonal events section, we have the Trial, which will get you 10 points towards the festival playlist, and a Nissan R390 race car. So it is called Stock Showdown HSV Gen F GTS, and hence the name, it is a Stock Showdown in the HSV Gen F GTS. Very, very simple. So essentially you cannot upgrade or tune your HSV. It has to remain at A-Class 721 class. You can't like downgrade it and upgrade it again, because it's literally no upgrades. So you can't play around with the PI system like you sometimes can. So you literally got to use it stock. It may be a bit difficult for some people because it is rear wheel drive. It has got lots of power, nearly 600 horsepower actually. 577 to be precise. It is a bit twitchy because it's a muscle car. It doesn't really like to turn, so if you are having issues with it, then feel free to team up with one of your friends, or head onto a stream on YouTube or Twitch for people that are helping out with the festival playlist, and hopefully then you'll be able to get it completed if you are having issues. You do also have to have co-op, as in Xbox Live Gold for this, or Xbox Game Pass, depending on which package you've got. And you also need to have the Hall of Fame unlocked. So if you don't know how to get to the Hall of Fame, and you've got no clue what it is whatsoever if you're new to the game, I made a guide on it near the start of the game, so head over to my channel and you'll be able to find that quite easily. Not much else needs to be said about the Trial then, so let's move on to the seasonal PR stunts, and they are 3 danger signs this week. Why did I say danger signs? Why did I say danger sign, right? Don't really know why I said it like that. Maybe I turned partially Australian while I was saying that. I'm not really too sure. Anyway, so 3 danger signs this week following the theme of different PR stunts for each week. So in this section you get to see me drive a car and probably fail a PR stunt. So if you're new to the channel, this is the bit where you get to laugh at me. So essentially I'll be going through each danger sign, giving you a brief overview of what it requires, the car restrictions, and then I'll show you gameplay of me running it first time. So if I fail, and you get to see that, I don't cut that bit out. Usually you only get to see me fail, you don't get to see me complete it if I fail first, which is really good, isn't it? First up then, we have the Metal Bird danger sign, which will get you 2 points and a super wheel spin, and that's recurring for all 3 danger signs there. So it's A-Class Toyota is the restriction for this one, and it's put down at the bottom aerodrome just below the Muley or Mulege or Muley village. So 70 metres is the season objective for this one, quite low considering the 3-star objective there. What I recommend is starting around here and then just absolutely sending it. You do basically jump off the side of a plane, so the plane's kind of tilted and you go up one wing and then jump off the other is essentially how it works. You don't get much air off it, you do kind of drop very suddenly, and therefore that's why the season objective is quite low for this one, and the same thing applies for the 3-star objective. Heading over to my trusty favourite section, we have ourselves 2 Toyotas available. The first of which is the Toyota Tundra TRD Pro from 2020. This isn't the top of A-Class because it was kind of made as just a cruise off-road vehicle. However, it is still capable of completing this challenge. Nearly 800 horsepower, however it does weigh almost 2 tonnes as well. It has got full off-road race tyres, it's got like the really nice TRD off-road kit there. However, it is car pass, meaning if you don't own car pass, then you will be able to use this vehicle. Car pass can be purchased either separately or as part of the premium add-ons bundle. Then we also have the Toyota Celica Sport Speciality 2, formerly known as the SSI from 2003. So this has got nearly 400 horsepower. It is kind of an off-road / cross-country build. It's using, I believe, full off-road tyres. Nice rally suspension, that nice little flappy wing on the back. It's not crazily fast, however that's not necessary for this challenge. It will still be able to complete the challenge. So I'm going to be hopping in the Celica for this one. Okay, so the weather has been really kind and it's turned dark, so I can see brilliantly with these tiny ineffective lights. So let's absolutely floor it then, and we'll see where we get. Oh, I'm going the wrong way.
You have arrived at your destination.
There we go, 104 metres. I know I nearly did fail that by kind of following the destination, because the destination was set slightly to the right. However, you kind of get the gist, very easy. I didn't really have to take a massive run up there. If you wanted to be really sweaty, you could take a run up from the road behind it and kind of cut through. Not really necessary though, because that danger sign is very easy in my opinion. Next up then, we have the Ranas Salterinas danger sign, 2 points in the super wheel spin, and the restriction is B-Class Mazda. So this one is towards the top right of the map. It's actually on the road where the Eliminator is located on the map. 165 metres for the seasonal objective. I've never actually got 3 stars on this one because it's one of those evolving world danger signs. I think all 3 of them are this week actually. So essentially for this one, it's either sometimes better to kind of follow the road and then cut off, or you can and you can sometimes even cut through the trees here, mine the rocks around here, and kind of get a run through and see where you get with that one. Either way, in B class it wouldn't really make a difference because you're not going to be going that fast anyway. However, you can do either way and see where you get with it. I have 3 tunes available for this one, however 2 of them are probably not very good because they're actually road builds. One of them is especially built for this specific danger sign, so let's get straight into it. First of all, we have the 1994 Mazda MX-5 Miata. This is running nearly 300 horsepower, very light, however it is one of my road builds. Then we also have the 1997 Mazda RX-7. This is very heavily road based, 317 horsepower, slightly heavier. And then the one one that's focused more towards this danger sign is the 1990 Mazda Savannah RX-7, which is running 426 horsepower from the 6.2 litre V8. It's nearly 1400 kilograms, however it's got pretty decent acceleration. It's also very cheap, 25,000 credits in the auto show, and it's got plenty of power, acceleration and grip to be able to complete this danger sign, so he says. All of these tunes can be found under my gamertag Shylo 2017. Okay, so I've adopted a kind of position where you can still see the danger sign up in front. You just got to kind of cut through the rocks here. Just gives us a bit of an extra boost of acceleration while still being able to go straight towards it. So we've got through the gears. I think we've got 7 or 8 gears in this Mazda. It sounds very unrealistic, obviously, to V8 in the Mazda. However, it just gave you a bit of a power boost compared to other engines that were perhaps available. Also very annoying that hitting a tree fails, you know, very unrealistic of Forza, but of course we are used to it by now. A very long ramp as well, I must say, a combination of 2 ramps actually leading up, and it points your car very much in the air. Anyway, 168 metres there, very easy challenge, and very nice to drive in the lovely Mazda, again with Dobra's livery. Finally, for the danger signs and PR stunts, we have the Salter de Rio danger sign, 2 points in the super wheel spin, and the restriction for this one is C-Class Holden. We've been going down in class as we've gone through it. Okay, so another evolving world danger sign, this time jumping over the river/swamp area to the east of Mulej. 122 metres is the season objective for this one, which is just shy of 3 stars, kind of in between 2 and 3 stars there. And for this one it is an off-road PR stunt, so meaning that you have to use this dirt road to jump, and you kind of land around where this house is here. And you have to be careful not to hit the house because the developers placed it in a very convenient place. If you want to, you can use a bit of this hill here, of course minding the trees, to get a run up down over the danger sign. However, it doesn't really matter which run up you take. I'm afraid I'm going to have to apologise for the tunes that I'm going to be offering here, because they are rather adventurous, shall we say, and just a touch on the weird side. So first of all, we have the Holden Sandman HQ panel van. This is actually a very not ordinary tune with 300 horsepower. However, it's not a very ordinary car to be doing a danger sign in, especially with the matte yellow paint job. And then it gets even weirder because we have the Holden Monero GTS from 1973, which on the outset looks alright, doesn't it? You know, nothing wrong with it. I mean, it is a bit on the expensive side at 75,000 credits. However, that's when you realise that it gets a bit weirder, because it's got 1,049 horsepower, 3,147 newton meters of torque, weighs 1.5 tons, is rear wheel drive, and is using stock tyres and a 6.7 litre V8 turbo diesel. That's when you realise it does get a bit weird. And actually, when I first made this tune, I forgot to swap the gears. The gearbox actually, and the top speed was 87 miles an hour with 1,000 horsepower. Now it's about 190. So yeah, things do get a lot weirder from here, and this is called the throttle control show. At this point, I can also give a quick shout out to another one of my good friends, WodeFjandi, for his lovely Burger Shot GTA 5 paint job here. Very nice paint job, very creative and very adventurous is a way to describe it. And because I'm rear wheel drive, I'm going to need every single metre I can get for the run up for this, so I've decided to start on the road and use the downhill through the trees. I can't remember, I think it's got 6 gears. However, you will definitely need to use all 6 because it wheel spins a lot. Okay, so then we send it down here, we carry the speed. We do not hit trees because that's not in the rule book. We do not hit trees. We cruise down here and then we just use the speed. We have to throttle control over 100 miles an hour. Then we crash. Then we rewind. And then we give it another go, and eventually, after a full TV program's length, we have completed the challenge. Come on.
You have arrived at your destination.
It's like taming a lion. Anyway, 162.5 miles an hour. Was it worth the very adventurous build and ridiculous run-up? Probably not. However, I like to have a bit of fun. although I don't know whether that could be described as fun, really, to be honest with you. Now we'll move swiftly on to the seasonal championships and calm things down a bit again from that last seasonal danger sign there. So there are 3 seasonal championships, and for each of these you'll need to be on at least highly skilled driver tire difficulty. However, as far as I'm aware, it locks that anyway every time you enter a championship, so I wouldn't really worry about that. These championships can be done in solo or in co-op. If you're doing them in solo, it will pop up at the start of when you enter the championship, the 3 races. So you'll see the race that you've entered that, and then there'll be 2 other races, and they'll be highlighted in like a white colour, so to distinguish them against the other championships in the festival playlist. And if you're doing it and you'll have to drive or fast travel to each of the 3 races and complete all of them, and then it's your points overall compared to the AI. If you win overall, then you get the prize. If you're doing it in co-op, it'll automatically fast travel you to each of the races, so you don't have to worry about that, and then it'll work as a best of 3 the same way as the trial works, so that if you win the first 2 races, then the championship ends and you've got the prize. But also it works the other way: if the driver has win the first 2 races, then they don't get the prize because they're not real, but basically you don't get the prize, if that makes sense. Let's start it off then with the Aussie Rules Seasonal Championship. This will get you 5 points to Aussie Festival Playlist, and the song reward, Dusky Ingrid, is a hybrid to add to your Horizon Mixtape Radio that was added during Series 13. And this championship is dirt racing, requiring A-Class Country Australia. Okay, so just the one car to suggest for this one, however hopefully it'll be a really good choice for you. It's the HDT VK Commodore Group A from 1985. It's running nearly 600 horsepower thanks to the 6.2 litre V8 that we used also in the Mazda. It's running full off-road race tyres, a lovely Forza rear wing, and a few other bits and bobs. It's a really well balanced car. The top speed isn't particularly great. I mean, it's 180 miles an hour, which is perfectly acceptable for A-Class. However, the main focus is on the grip. As I noticed that the first race of this championship is actually the Montana Trail, which is the dirt section coming down the mountain, which will mean you'll need lots of grip and lots of power to slide around the hairpins. So I managed to combine that with this tune, and hopefully it'll adapt perfectly well to the other races as well. Do note that this car, however, is an exclusive, so it can't be purchased from the auto show. Even though it says 250,000 credits, it isn't actually available in the auto show. So it's a Festival Playlist Forzathon Shop and Auction House exclusive. So I didn't actually think of that when I made this tune. I've just realised that now. So if you do not own the HDD Commodore, then I'd recommend finding a tune for the HSV Gen F GTS that we use for the trial, or something similar to that like the HSV Maloo. I'd stick with the modern cars for the HSV. The only reason I've got a really old car for this one is because of the massive amount of upgrades that I've been able to put on it. The next championship on this week's festival playlist is called Nissan to the Max. It will get you 5 points to Aussie Festival Playlist and HSV Gen F GTS, which remember we need for the trial here. It is street racing and the restriction is B-Class Nissan. So, as always, with any championship involving modern sports cars or Nissan or B-Class, we have the ever-invisible Nissan 370Z from 2010, 363 horsepower, 1.5 tonnes, rear-wheel drive, stock tyres, which I believe are sport tyres or street tyres. Very fun to drive, actually, very engaging. However, if you want one that's a lot easier to drive, we have the Nissan GTR R34 V-Spec 2 Skyline from 2002. Obviously, very OP, known to be OP and meta in A-Class. I can consider it OP in B-Class as well. My tune is fully on the grip side, using sport tyres, full Forza Aero. Weirdly enough, the front bumper actually brought the PI down, I'm not really sure why. Using the stock horsepower with the stock engine, 327 horsepower. Not really many other bits done to it, however it is very much a grip build, so you can send it round the corners pretty hard, although not full throttle, and it is alright on the straights. However, I wouldn't consider it very fast compared to other A-Class and B-Class cars. Oh, and a note for the Street Scene Championship, there will be traffic, and traffic is very annoying, so especially if it's in the city, there will be traffic, and that's why I hate street racing, basically. The final championship is called Clever Girl. I'm not really sure why it's called that. That's a bit weird. PG-3 for this game, except they call it Clever Girl. Anyway, let's move on. This championship will get you 5 points towards the festival playlist and a bone shaker. Not really sure why they're promoting the OP there, but anyway. It's cross country and the restriction is C-Class Raptor. So basically, any of the Ford pickup vehicles with Raptor in the title. So there's the Ranger Raptor from 2019, the F-150 SVT from 2011 and the F-150 from 2017. I think they're the only three as far as I am aware. Right, okay then, so I've only tuned one of them this week because I didn't really feel a need to tune all three of them. So it's the 2011 Ford F-150 SVT Raptor. It's running 540 horsepower from, you guessed it, the 6.2 litre V8. It has got, I believe it's got stock tyres, however they're kind of a mix between road tyres and off-road tyres. They're not massively grippy, however it wasn't worth wasting PI on like full off-road race tyres. I don't even know whether I can afford them anyway. It does weigh quite a lot. It's got sport weight reduction, which removes 400 kilograms. So if you add that on, you can get a kind of a judgment of how heavy this car was in the first place. Not really much else to say about this car, however the tune is shared under my gamertag Shylo 2017, and I've also got a very nice paint job on it there as well. To wrap up the seasonal events section, we have the Horizon Tour Co-op Championships. Simply for this, either click on it here or head over to the main stage festival where you'll see the tour icon somewhere around there, and you just need to enter for a Horizon Tour Championship, complete the championship, and then you'll get your reward, whatever, if like wheel spin, credits and whatever, and then the 3 points towards the festival playlist. It's very, very simple. I cannot give you a restriction because it's randomly selected. There's like hundreds of different possibilities, even very specific to like C-Class Ford Raptor as an example, just to use the example from the last championship. It could be as specific as that, or it could simply be like A-Class Europe or anything like that. So yeah, I can't give you a restriction. All I can say is just make sure you complete the championship. It's very, very easy. The AI are literally out of question. It's just kind of a very relaxing version of the Horizon Open. We have reached the halfway point, moving on to the challenges section of this week's festival playlist. A very, very short section, and we'll be quickly moving on through this section. First up in this section we have the photo challenge, #Horizon Anniversary, and it wants you to photograph the 2016 Lamborghini Centenario at the Horizon 3 festival site in the Dunas Blancas. You already know where that is if you watched at the start of the video, so all you need to do is head over there, hop in your Centenario and grab a quick picture, and preferably maybe on that little thing where the nice little arced frame is with the nice sunset at the beach. However, you can also take it just like next to one of the poles or whatever, like it is in this example here. This will get you 2 points towards the festival playlist and an Australia cover car horn. And once I get that, I'll be changing mine over, ready to use the Centenario revving. Here is a very quick and simple example of a photo you just need to take. Make sure you've got the Centenario in it and make sure it's got some part of the Horizon 3 temporary festival in it. Of course, I've chosen to include the sunset at the beach kind of frame that's there behind it. All you need to do is simply click A to take the photo. If you've got Horizon promo on the go, it'll add it to that if you've not already taken a photo of the Centenario. And then as you can see on the right there, we've got 2 ticks. We've photographed the Horizon Festival site and we've photographed the Centenario. We have ourselves 3 points, or 2 points, whatever it is, and the Australia cover car horn. Very, very simple. And we also got to gloss over Dobra's amazing livery for a few more seconds. Our next challenge is a Horizon Open challenge, one for the streets, which wants you to complete a street racing Horizon Open custom event. This will get you 2 points and a ring emote reward. All you need to do is simply head over to your pause menu, over to the online tab, into Horizon Open, click no if somebody else is already online, then go into custom racing, then filter to B class right at the bottom here, and then pick ignore the B class, then pick street from the top section, and then pick any class of your favourite, so B, A, S2 or S1 class. So pick your favourite class for street racing, and you just need to complete all of the races in this session. If you're lucky, you'll get spawned into a session where they're either on the last race or the second to last race, meaning that you don't have to do loads of them. Or if you're not lucky, you might have to complete all of the like 3 or 5 races in the championship / session of Horizon Open, so just make sure you complete this. You don't have to win it or anything, and then you'll have the challenge completed. Finally, for the challenges section, we have the collectibles Warren delivery, which I accidentally completed, as I mentioned at the start of the video. This will get you Lamborghini Centenario and 2 points towards the festival playlist. It simply wants you to smash 10 of the Horizon Australia bonus boards. I'll show you what they look like now. And if you want to, you can use the kind of the glitch in apostrophe marks, whereby you go in Horizon Soul, or you smash through one, let it smash, then you rewind, it'll respawn, then you go through it again, and you just do that like 10 times until the challenge is completed. Or if your game's brilliant at maths like mine, you might have to do it less than 10 if it counts a couple as 2, because that's what it did to me, hence me accidentally completing it. Just to be clear, you do not need to smash these in the Lamborghini Centenario. I'm obviously just in it because I've just completed the photo challenge, and also these can only be found within a certain diameter around the Horizon Australia Festival, so within like a couple of roads worth away. So for me, I found them, just as an example, I found them all the way down this road and then kind of around here, up to the Horizon Baja Festival, and just kind of in this kind of area here in the Dunas Blancas. So that's where I found them. I'd say there's probably between 10 and 20 overall. This is what they look like. So the yellow background with a pink horizon. All you need to do is smash through 10 of them. Like I said, you can rewind if you're in solo and it'll respawn, and then you can do it again. If you're in an online session like I am, you'll have to go and smash them yourself. However, you are actually running the risk if somebody's completing the challenge at the same time as you, they can smash one in front of your eyes and then you won't be able to smash it, which is slightly annoying, I'm not going to lie. It has happened to me before where somebody just literally took one and I couldn't find any more. But that's just the nature of the game, and that's why Horizon Solo is there for you if you want to complete it that way. Now we have our fourth section of this week's festival playlist, the monthly events, containing the monthly Horizon story and the monthly Rivals events here. These events are split across the 4 seasons, so any points that are available get added onto your series total and then are divided by 4, and each section of 4, each quarter, is added on to the points total of each season. So for example, for the Horizon story, it's 12 points overall, that will be added onto your series total, then the 3 points, because 12 divided by 4 is 3, so you get 3 points added onto summer, 3 points autumn, 3 points winter, and 3 points spring. So you'll notice if you complete it this week, for example, it'll add the 3 points onto summer and autumn, so you'll get 6 points there, and then you add the 3 points onto winter, and then for spring you'll already have your 3 points waiting for you, so you only have to complete it once, which is very, very cool, and the same applies for the way that they split across the monthly event too. Okay then, so the Horizon story, Horizon Origins, is basically the new story that got added in with this update, and there are 5 chapters to it. You'll complete the first chapter when you boot up the game after you downloaded the update. So if you haven't played at all this series, then you'll be able to do it when you boot up for the first time now, or you've probably already completed it. You'll notice on the series thing it says series intro complete, so essentially that's the first chapter of it, so you don't even know you're completing it until you've completed it essentially, and that's the first chapter. And then the following 4 chapters, each one is celebrating each Horizon game prior to Horizon 5. You just need to complete and earn 3 stars on all of the 5 chapters, so 15 stars altogether, and you get yourself 12 points across the whole series, and a 2013 anniversary edition Dodge Viper, which is proving to be the new S1 class meta for road and dirt. Then we have ourselves the 2 monthly Rivals events. We have the normal monthly Rivals, which is driving the Anniversary Edition Viper at the Lookout Circuit. And then we also have the Forza EV Rivals, which is driving the Jaguar I-Pace at the Arch of Mulehaze, or Mulege Circuit, however you pronounce it. So for both of these you just need to post a clean lap to complete, meaning that you do not crash into walls, you don't use rewind, you don't miss checkpoints, you don't get reset, any of that gubbins. If your lap has like an exclamation mark inside a box next to it, that means it's flagged or dirty, and you'll probably notice that pop up throughout the map if you've made a collision or whatever. And you basically don't want that to be there. So if you've just got a clean time and nothing else, and then that means it's clean, and you'll have completed it. You don't have to beat your rival, so if you don't beat your rival, simply go and pause and quit. quit. Don't restart like I did once after I got a really good time, and it was very annoying. Make sure you do click quit, and then it will complete the challenge. And that's essentially all I need to do for both of these. So both of these have got you 4 points each, so 8 points towards the series for both of them, 1 point across each season for each, meaning that 2 points across each season for both of them in total. Quick maths. Finally then, we have the Hot Wheels event. We have a seasonal PR stunt and the seasonal championship as usual, and of course these are only available to those who have the Hot Wheels expansion. This can be purchased separately or as part of the premium add-ons bundle. You need to unlock the S2 class or elite rank in the the career mode of the Horizon Hot Wheels expansion before you can access the festival playlist event. So it will take you a couple of hours to complete that, but once you've done it, you'll never have to do it again, and you'll always have access to these seasonal events in the festival playlist. And for those of you that don't own the Hot Wheels expansion, and if you're going for the 100% achievement, do not worry, because if you don't own the Hot Wheels expansion, it will minus them points and you'll still get your 100% achievement, obviously, as long as you've completed all of the other events in the festival playlist. But if you do own the Hot Wheels expansion and you just choose not to complete the challenges, then you won't get it completed. It's only for those who physically do not own the Hot Wheels expansion. First up then for the Hot Wheels, we have the Ice Crash Danger Sign, 2 points in a super wheel spin, and S2 class anything goes restriction. As suggested by the name, it is one of the ones on the ice tracks, meaning you need plenty of grip and plenty of speed. I've decided to go with the very trustworthy Hoonigan RS200 Evolution from 1986. It's always reliable for danger signs and every other PR stunt in the game. My tune is shared under my gamertag Shylo2017, and it can be pretty much used for any challenge in the festival playlist. It's an absolute beast, 1,356 horsepower, off-road race tyres, and all the kit you need to destroy PR stunts and races. And the final event of this week's festival playlist is the seasonal championship Reach for the Stars, which is hazard events. Will get you 5 points towards the festival playlist and a Nissan 370Z, which if you're using my tune you can use along here for the Nissan to the Max Championship. The restriction for this one is A-Class Country Australia, so I'm going to be suggesting the same car that I suggested for the Aussie Rules, which is of course the HGT Commodore, or if you don't own it, the HS3 Gen F GTS or Maloo as pictured on the Aussie Rules Championship here. Okay then, so that wraps up this video guys. Thank you so much for watching, I really do appreciate your support. We have now reached 320 subscribers at the time of recording, which is absolutely incredible, so thank you to all of you guys that have subscribed during the week. I think there's been 3 or 4 of you that have subscribed this week. It's absolutely amazing. Obviously we had the Eliminator stream on Monday, which also helped with the subscribers and view rates as well, so I do appreciate your support guys. It really does help me out and it really does motivate me to continue producing these videos. I have been working on downloading all of my Eliminator clips to make some Eliminator content, which I'll be releasing in kind of series form over the next few weeks. I haven't actually started producing them videos yet, however, as I said, I've been getting the clips ready, naming them and getting them in kind of groups ready for the videos, so I do look forward to them if you are a keen Eliminator fan, which I know many of you that watched the stream the other night are. Okay then, so thank you so much for watching guys. I will hopefully see you in the next video, whether it be an Eliminator video or whether it be the spring season video for Series 13. I do not know yet, however it will be most likely next Thursday. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you whenever the next video will be. Thank you and goodbye.